What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today and welcome to Supercross, but on a whole other level, pun intended. This is Elevated SX created by Dylan Frisch, and he kept this one a bit of a secret actually. He's part of the MX Bikes like track builder Discord that I'm now part of the the group of now, and he kept it very hush hush until literally about 2 days ago, I believe. I had no idea this was being worked on. As a massive Supercross enjoyer myself, it's nice seeing it being mixed up a little bit, being made a little bit hybridy with some motocross elements in there. It should be good fun. Let's hop into it and try and send some of the big boy lines. Apparently there are some big senders to be hitting today. If you've been putting off buying that new MX gear or you're just looking for some new daily MX related clothing, then head on over to fxrracing.com. Code MXPR_Lins15 at checkout will give you 15% off all motocross and lifestyle products. This code is applicable to the European, Swedish and Norwegian websites, not Canada or the USA. And whilst I've got your attention, you may as well subscribe to the channel. It's just one click of a button and it puts a big old smile on my face. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. We'll see today that my attire has also changed. Still on FXR, as always. However, we've got this very attractive looking Washougal bike, which I was a massive fan on watching them races back. It was, it's so nice. Like, to the extent where I'm contemplating going and replicating it on my bike. It's that nice. Massive shout out to Mr. Deegan, by the way. He was done incredibly well. Am I going the wrong way? Oh no, we're good. I want to say, by the way, because there's been a bit of controversy about Mr. Deegan after his Moto2 post-race interview. In regards to him mentioning, like, that not David Goggins at all. Like, everyone loves David, and obviously he's become a bit of a meme on this channel. You know, who's gonna carry the bolts and the largs? But he did also mention Mr. Tate, who people weren't too happy about. And to all of the 40-year-old men that I see on Vital MX saying burn all of your Deegan merch right now, grow up. He's 17. He's allowed to make some mistakes, or maybe he just used whatever is motivational stuff. It's like, at the end of the day, R. Kelly, not a nice guy, still made good songs. Mr. Tate, probably not the nicest of men, but still had some decent advice now and then. So take that what you will. So back to this track. Looks great, straight off the bat, really good. And Dylan is meant to be retired, apparently, so this doesn't really look very retired to me. Looks like good fun all around. I do hear some sand traction underneath my tyres, just for that short little bit there, and then we're back onto the normal soft soil. I'm guessing that is very cool, having the old US of A, the old red, white and blue, hanging underneath or between the machinery. And I do want to say, at the point of me recording this, if for whatever reason I am a bit off my game compared to usual, please know that okay, I thought that guy was waving at me. I currently feel like I have just got out of prison and every inmate proceeded to take it in turns, absolutely ruining me. I feel finished. I went racing today for the first time in, I think, 3 years, maybe a little more than 3 years. Now, I ride very intermittently for like practice days and such. Actually getting behind a start gate, it hasn't been since I've owned my current bike, which is a 2021 Yami 250, which I bought towards the back end of 2020, but I know myself I've never put that bike behind a start gate. So today was a very interesting day. I had a hell of a lot of fun. The track conditions were so, like, to me at least, very challenging. You know, the day started off really wet throughout qualifying. I qualified in B group, so a few Americans that might not be aware of how it works over in parts of the UK here. You have like group 1, 2 and 3 go out in qualifying, and then depending on where you finish, they combine all those times together, and then that puts you in either group A, B or C for the races. I qualified about middle of group B, so literally slap bang in the middle of everybody, which I weren't too upset with. The first qualifying group that went out had the worst track conditions, like proper wet. Then I went out and it was a bit wet, and then the group after me went out and it was like a much better track. Holy moly, that is a hell of a send down that hill. And then I guess you triple hit. Okay, there are some big lines, definitely some big lines. But I had just a really good time. You know, nobody came up to me today, which was I say good. It sounds like it's a bad thing. So I'm such a socially awkward person. I can't really handle talking to new people. But we stayed on the lay low a little bit today. I did notice that someone in my Discord said like good riding today. Once the day was all said and done, so he must have spotted me out and about. And I do want to say, I'm not just saying this because I'm a sponsored rider now. The slowest sponsored rider in the whole paddock, that might be. But I got to try out the FXR stuff today, and it was like so comfy, like so good. The only one query I have with it, which I suppose is more of a me issue, than an issue with the gear itself is I feel like I've got slightly shorter thumbs than most people, like little stubby thumbs. So a lot of brand gloves, they end up the thumbs being a little bit too long and a little bit flappy at the end, which was the case on these. I still wore them, to be fair. My hands are absolutely torn to shreds, you know, sitting here playing video games all day every day and just typing away on a keyboard doesn't really prepare your hands too well, you know, for going and doing some racing. So I'll survive. You know, I imagine that I will be crawling out of bed tomorrow. I don't think there'll be anything done at pace at all. But one thing that I was happy with is just getting through all of the races, you know, finished each and every one that I started, which is always the goal. I hate seeing people pull off before a race is done, for whatever reason. When it comes to practicing, I'm happy to pull off every now and then in a session if I'm feeling proper tired, but when it comes to racing, just stick around. You may as well. My start in Moto 1 was so god-awful, it was kind of funny. I literally... I thought to myself, because it was still a bit wet, I sat there and I thought, right, I'm not going to lean too far forwards when I go, because otherwise I'll just spin the whole way. So I sat about centre bike, second gear, went for it, and everyone else around me moved, and I was just sat on the spot, wheel spinning. Very, very funny. Moto 2 start was... Moto 2 was a weird one, so the gate dropped, but just like you saw what happened at Washougal for 450s the other day, my gate bounced back up for a second, so I got a really awful jump, and I didn't think anything of it. And then I get halfway around the lap, and they actually red flagged it. So he went to line up again, so straight in my head I'm like, oh god, I've not even got the stamina to finish one moto, never mind a moto plus an extra lap. So that was interesting. And then after the restart, great start. I was running like well within the top half of the field. And then a gentleman decided to get a little bit too close to me. I was on the far inside rut, like I couldn't have gone more inside if I tried. They went on the second to inside rut next to me and proceeded to just wipe my handlebars out from underneath me. Like I couldn't go anywhere, just unfortunate circumstance. Which then again, by the time I picked the bike up and got going again, bearing in mind it was still a little bit like loose and wet in places, and your handlebars get stuck right in. Takes a bit of strength to get her going again. I was absolutely finished by then, and then I had an awful stitch in the last 2 laps. That moto was basically a write-off. And then coming down to the last one, because I am not very good at sleeping, I got 2 hours of sleep the night before, which I do not recommend if you're going to do a difficult sport the next day. I decided, you know what, I'll lay down in the back of the van, have a little nap in between motos. I'll be fresher for the last one, we'll be fine. I get woken up by my mum saying, you need to go, they are on the line. I have never got up and thrown gear on and got down so quickly in my life. They was literally, as I pulled into my gate, the 15-second board went up. The adrenaline was absolutely pumping. I got the best start I've had all day. I highly recommend like almost oversleeping and missing your moto, because my god does it get the adrenaline going. But that was my best race. Like I literally, from the point of me waking up to the point of the gate dropping, there can't have been more than 3 minutes, I don't think. I was... and when I say I woke up, I was like zoned out. Like, I felt awful. I feel pretty rough still now, but it's just my sleep's so bad. I think what my issue is I lay in bed thinking about how much sleep I need to get and then not actually getting it. Can I get over that jump? I've cased that every single time. It's really annoying me. Let me see if you can triple this. Yeah, I lay there thinking about stuff and my brain's active and whirring, so then I end up getting even less sleep, which is not a recipe for success at all. So yeah, I need to see if I can do anything about that. Because I wasn't stupid, you know, I wasn't up super late, like gaming or anything. I watched the Washougal motos, and then straight away, you know, turned my phone off, got in bed, went to go to sleep, and I just laid there. Just laid there, staring at the ceiling. Well, I felt tired, like my eyes were stinging, but I just couldn't get to sleep. So I got very, very annoyed. So 2 hours sleep before a day of racing, do not recommend. 0 out of 10. Never doing that again. Overall, I'm very, very happy. Unfortunately, it's not anything that you guys are ever going to get to see. Sole reason being that I still haven't got a working camera. I tried to get my GoPro working again the night before too. The red light appeared, which I guess meant it was charging or at least connected to the PC for a little bit. However, it then went off within 10 seconds, and no matter how many times I took the cable out, back in, battery in and out, it just didn't come back on again. So I think that is all fully dusted. It just does not hold any charge anymore, or even want to receive charge. So at some point, I'm going to have to either invest in... Oh my god, there's definitely... I can definitely quad that. I'm turning around again. There's so many big lines on this track. I just realised I've not even got the map on. No wonder I'm so lost. There we go. I'm coming up some of these jumps and just not knowing what's going to be on the other side, so I'm not really doing them any favours. Let me absolutely send this big boy and see if I can hit the big quad. Oh, that is... oh, I don't know about that one, Chief. That is a hell of a quad. That's more triple. Well, more triple territory for me, at least. Let's send out this bad boy. Yeah, I need to do something about sleep. It's been absolutely awful. But the racing was good, at least, for Washougal. I mean, I enjoyed it. No idea what happened to Mr. Deegan in the last couple of laps of that race, but I mean, I don't know. I wonder what his mechanic was writing on the pit board. I imagine just gapping J-Coop, or beating J-Coop by 8 seconds in a lap, sorry. And then in regards to 450, it was nice seeing J have to work a little bit harder. It really was. As much as I love him, it does get a little bit boring and repetitive, seeing him just whole shot and peace out every single week. So nice to see him being made to work for it. And then where are we at next? We've got, is it a 2-week break that we have now, or just a 1? I have a feeling that it might be a 2, which is awful. What am I going to do with my Saturday evenings now? I guess maybe live stream. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? We'll get some more public lobbies going, as I am aware that I've only live streamed once this past week. For anyone curious about Aerial, by the way, since we didn't do Aerial on the Friday just gone, reason being is Mr. Chicken, who hosts NA, he... Actually, what jumps here? That's a double. Yeah, Mr. Chicken, who works NA, he is busy IRL with actual work, and he can't host the NA one, so to try and keep the 2 series in line with each other, they cancelled EU as well. So that's just the reasoning for that. You know, nothing, no drama going on. I've just seen a lot of people commenting recently asking where the Washougal track is. So next week, I think. Should be all good. Never been a massive enjoyer of Washougal in game. Saying that, none of the proper Washougals. I actually, out of every Washougal that's been made in this game, I think I genuinely prefer the stock one, which is weird. I mean, it's the track that I learned the game on, basically. I spun probably hundreds of laps around there at this point, and it is good fun. It has the occasional issue with, with cuts now and then. Other than that, all good fun. And I do apologise. I realise I'm a little bit wobbly today. As soon as this is done and rendered and uploaded, I'm going straight to bed. I need sleep right now. This is one of them last minute things, and just very, very happy that I turned on my PC to see a track had been released, because it just saves me the brain power. Oh my Christ. I don't know if you want a 450 or a 250 around this track. Honestly, some of the jumps, they're spaced strange. I don't expect it. Some of them you have to absolutely huck. And then others you have to check up for. I'm going to check up for this as well, and we'll just go triple and then triple. Let me try and just shut up a little bit and actually try and run a good lap and actually memorise the tracks. This is just a double up the hill. Round to the right is just a wall jump. I'm not going to send this at all. In fact, I should probably slow down for it a little bit. And then what have we got coming up next here? That looks like a triple, which I'm going to hit the yai on. That is more than a triple. I don't know if I'd have the speed to get all the way up and over that little tabletop after it, though. Then we got some sand rollers, which just very, very short sand section. Around to the right here. I really prefer going on-off of tables rather than jumping all the way over them. It's just much more satisfying, keeping the bike really close to the ground, trying to keep the momentum moving forwards. We come around to the left here, we drop down. We've just got a little roller. I don't think I've taken the inside after this roller yet. I wonder if you're meant to jump that to the inside. That could be quite funky. Then a little double up the hill. Round to the right into another little roller section. Please get up and over that. Yep. Tiny little wall / table. Round to the left here. That is, and then, this is the double section. So a big old scrub-a-doodle into another big old scrub-a-doodle. I'm just having a quick look around to make sure I know where I'm going. I will say these whoops are built very nicely. They're not completely uniform, so there's a little bit of manipulating of the bike underneath you. But I'm quite a fan of that. I like when you can feel the bike moving about. And then we go double, triple into the corner. That was nice and floaty. Get the double here, step over. Yeah, didn't jump too far, lovely. Then can we triple? Oh, no, there's just a double, not a triple. I thought there was one more jump there. And then go step on. I'm pretty convinced you can step over that. Then hit some sort of weird line. But I think in terms of speed, your best bet is to just step onto it. We've got big old double here, which is actually the finish line. Again, been paying so little attention. That's the first time that I noticed that. And that is essentially a lap without completely wadding myself in every other corner on the old elevated MX. It has got some free ride aspects to it. No, there's, oh god, I'm not getting over this. Land it. Also, please, too far. Yeah, it's got some free ride elements to it. I've seen some ramps dotted about here, there, and everywhere, so that's cool. Something for the freestyle boys to do. And overall, it's just quite a satisfying track, really. I think if I was to sit here and spend another 10-20 minutes just grinding laps away, I'd have all the time in down for the jumps. However, I quite like doing just first raw reactions, so you guys get to see me learning a track for the first time, and whilst it might not be the prettiest gameplay in the world, kind of want to leave that up to you guys. Like, you guys get to experience it as well and learn your own way around it. I'm getting so tongue twisted. I am so tired. It's disgusting. But that is going to do it for me today. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings about going back riding for the first time. It was so much fun. Honestly, I do miss getting behind the gate more often. Did struggle to get into the start gate mindset though. Like the first race, I was just staring at the gate, it dropped, and it took me like a good half second to be like, oh yeah, I should probably go now, shouldn't I? Yeah, other than that, really good fun. Hopefully I can do it again sometime soon. So that'll do it from me. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, I'd really appreciate it. Comment for the algorithm, all that good stuff. Gonna love you and leave you now. Enjoy the rest of the day. See you in the next video. Peace.